So I want to create my TBR for the next month, and I've decided to spin the wheel again. I didn't do too bad for the last month. I'm not sure if I will finish the last book in time. If not, I will add it to this TBR. And said last book would be Can't Spell Present Without T, and I definitely want to read that. So if I don't make it, I will put it on this TBR. How are we going to do this? I think I will just spin the wheel now and see what happens. I have added all the books I own, digital and physical. I shuffle it a few times and spin it. I'll be honest, I usually never skip a book the wheel picks. However, it's spring and I really do not want to read a Christmas book right now. Like, I usually don't mind, but it's really too early and too soon in the year to do that. So I will just spin it again. Sorry, The Bright Side of Christmas. I actually wouldn't be too opposed to reading it if it weren't a Christmas book. Attempt number 2. I will not shuffle it again and just spin. Oh my god, I hope it's not another Christmas book. I have quite a few of them on my TBR. Luck's not with me, it seems. Now, the title you just spotted, it's a German title, and the rough translation would be How to Overcome Commitment Issues. It's from a therapist who works with the whole inner child and the inner shadow child. I really like her work, but this is a non-fiction book. And I have the rule I only read one non-fiction book at a time because it needs more of my attention. And I don't want to mix them up. And I'm currently reading the one about the laziness. It's not called the laziness lie. It's about the laziness lie. It's a pretty popular one. And I'm currently reading it, almost done with it. If I manage to finish it this month, I will read this one next. If not, then not. This is not going too well, but let's spin it again. 3 times the charm, is that true? Let's see if it's true. Please, no Christmas and no non-fiction book. Oh God. Mary in Moose Falls. I want to say it is probably a queer contemporary romance. I might be so wrong. I always am wrong when I give my guesses. I would briefly look it up. I wasn't too off, although the title should have given me a hint because it is Mary in Moose Falls, like Merry Christmas. It's another holiday romance. Okay, you know what? Mary in Moose Falls is a novella. I looked it up and the page count says like 120 pages. And I will just put it on my TBR and maybe we are breaking the spell that way. And the next time I spin the wheel, it will be neither a Christmas nor a non-fiction book. Going to do that. Mary in Moose Falls, book 1 of my TBR. And I will just pretend to be in Christmas mood. Since this doesn't sit right with me, I will spin the wheel again in the hopes of getting a second book on my TBR, which is not a Christmas/holiday romance. Like, come on. I do have quite some of them on my TBR, but it's not that many. You know what? What would be nice? Horror would be nice. Horror? Maybe sci-fi? I'm so getting something else. Just because I said it. Recursion. Oh. I cannot be that wrong. Recursion has to be a sci-fi book. I think it is a sci-fi book. That would be quite cool. Let me briefly look it up. I was right. For once I was right. It is a sci-fi book. I am very happy. It is Recursion by Blake Crouch. And I just briefly looked up the synopsis. It's about people receiving or gaining memories which are not their own. It's some sort of medical issue maybe, or syndrome or whatever, and it drives people insane, it seems. The main character and some neuroscientist, they start to work together to unravel what's going on. I think the neuroscientist is established or found a way to create a technology which will preserve our memories, our actual memories. But something happens. What happens? I have no idea. I am really looking forward to reading this. Good pick. I said, let's go with the Christmas one, so maybe the spell's being broken. For the next one, I want to pick a book box book. I do not have that many of them, but I've collected some and I really want to read them. I will spin the wheel with just the book box books. That's a difficult combination of words to say, but you get what I mean. All right, like I said, not too many on it. I shuffled it a few times and let's spin. I'm not sure what I want to read. I want to say I don't mind. Of course, it's Hellgate, the one book I wasn't so sure about, mainly because it's a reverse harem book, and I'm not too keen on reading them, but I will see. I will put it on my TBR. So what's it about? Due to a dare, the female lead basically goes to that graveyard and goes through this ritual, and by accident opens the gate to hell. And there are 3 demons who were apparently waiting for her or whatever. We see where this is going to. As I just said, it's a reverse harem book. I think it's a bit of a fated mate situation from what I have seen. It is tagged as dark romance. Dark romance is a genre I do not read because it terrifies me and triggers me. So I usually stay away from that. I still want to give this a try. I will give it a genuine try. I like paranormal romance. It's probably my favorite genre, one of my favorite genres. I feel like I want to pick a book by myself now, just to make sure I don't get into some sort of reading slump. And there is one book I have had on my TBR for a very long while, and I really, really want to read it now, although I am inwardly cursing myself for starting yet another series. But it's Dungeon Crawler Call. I am a D&D girly, I am an RPG girly, I am a pen and paper geek. I am dying to read this. And Dungeon Crawler Call it is. I feel like I should give the wheel another chance and spin it, I do not know how often we spin it now, but spin it another time and see what else it might pick for me. Okay, please be good. I mean, there are a lot of good books. Please be something I'm in the mood for. Although I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Gold and Shadow. I'll be honest, I had no idea what Gold and Shadow is. But I just looked it up, and as I saw the cover, it came back to me. It's basically a fairy tale retelling. I think we are going into paranormal romance direction again. And it's about the female lead who is forced to steal an amulet. But this amulet, as far as I could tell, belongs to a beer shifter. And she's then getting snowed in with said beer shifter. It's a novella, it's not too long, and although it is snow again, which indicates it's winter, and I am approaching spring right now. But you know what? It's fine. I'll read Gold and Shadow. I want to read something off my priority TBR, and I've decided to let the number generator pick a number, and then I will see where this number leads me to on my Goodreads priority TBR. Okay, let's have it generate a random number. 8. Okay. Luck's with me again, because number 8 is Bad Eater, something that has been on my priority TBR for a while, or rather very high up on my priority list. It's a horror book. It's about this person who is a crime scene cleaner. She has seen her sister being killed. However, the killer has now been found. Before her sister died, or as she died, the words Bad Eater were whispered to the main character. This was a super, super hyped book last year, and I really want to read it. I'm pretty happy about this one. Okay, these are 6 books. The wheel with my help is big. And I think I will leave it at that because potentially I will have Can't Spell Dresden Without T on my TBR as well. And, you know, maybe to leave some room for mood reads or something alike. Let's summarize it briefly. I have on my list Mary in Moose Falls, which is a Christmas novella, a queer Christmas novella. Then I have Dungeon Crawler Carl. We all know what it's about. Recursion, a sci-fi novel. Hellgate, a paranormal romance novel. Reverse Harem, paranormal romance novel. Gold and Shadow, which is another paranormal romance novel, a fairy tale retelling. Then I have Bat Eater, a horror novel on my TBR, and Can't Spell Dresden Without T as a potential 7th book. That's it. I picked my TBR, and I will see you in the next video or when I catch you up on what I truly read. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.